Welcome there. Welcome to those on Zoom as well as on, on YouTube. Allow yourselves to arrive, to feel your bodies, to feel as you are, and to make any adjustments that you may need to make. You will have some time right now, and we will begin with some teaching. And then from there, we will go into meditation. And from the meditation then afterwards, there'll be some space for sharing. If anybody wishes to share or ask a question. And so, um, yes, but lovely to have you here. And let's begin. Oh, somebody else arriving. Great. And so, yes, welcome again. I'm going to start the teaching portion here and then the meditation, just repeating for those who are just arriving. And so, yes, so let's begin here and give anything that you need to yourself for your body. It's this home that is here, this home that, this body, beautiful body that houses us in this life. And so today's meditation is on the beautiful power of longing, the beautiful power of longing. And so in the in the world of meditation, we often try to go deep, and there's the opportunity to connect with our more real self. But often there are layers of our own psychology, of our own, yes, there's psychological structures that that are not allowing for that openness. In meditation, concentration and a quiet mind can be really important. But then another part that's really important is being able to have an open heart. And so as you go on your meditation path or as you're meditating, you might notice that, yes, there's a challenge of quieting the mind, but and also being with this open heart that there's stuff that is there in your life, things that may be a sense of being troubled in life. And as as you notice those things in meditation, then those things can feel like they're in the way. And one of the beautiful ways of being able to both accept whatever it is that is here, yes, for you, accept whatever it is that you are in a way with an open heart and being able to open your heart and to also create the sense of the intimacy. Yes, the intimacy that is necessary because in meditation, one of the most important parts also is that we're able to create a sense of intimacy with the present moment. Yeah, intimacy with the present moment. And um, and so here comes this beautiful being in our lives, which is longing. Yeah, longing. That you may remember a time in your life, some time in your life, where you felt a longing. You allowed yourself to feel, oh, I long for this. I long for this in my life. I long for this relationship. I long for this creativity, for this passion, for this love, for whatever it is. Yeah, that there's this longing. And what you may notice is that in those memories or in that experience of longing, there is a power there of being really intimate with your desire. That I long, yeah? That I long, and in the moment that I long, I'm being intimate with life. And I'm being with an open heart. Yeah. And so this here in those parts of our lives where we accept longing, yeah, isn't where we were taught in our lives. Oh, yes, yes, here is a good moment to long. And then you may notice that there's many other parts of your life where that sense of longing and that intimacy is not there, especially, especially in the parts that are difficult. Yeah, especially in the parts that are hard, the fears, the numbness, the stuckness, the relationship to parts that may feel very hard, like the unknown, yeah, the unfamiliar. And what this meditation is about here is about discovering the power of longing inside of who you are, inside, yeah, of being able to accept exactly who you are. So you may notice that just as you're sitting that you may have very specific a very specific set of sensations in your body. You may notice that you have certain thoughts. You may notice that you have certain feelings, however quiet or stressed. And the invitation here is to explore, like, what if you allow yourself to include who you are just as you are, as a means of longing? That, for example, I can take a sadness or even a feeling of numbness. And as I'm there with that feeling of numbness, where I can't feel, that internally I can say to myself, I long. And with a subtitle of, this is how I long for you, life. This is how I long for you, God. Oh, beloved, just like this, in this body, with this feeling, with this thought, however blissful or however constricted, exactly like this. I long for you like this, and I long for you like this, and like this. And as you include that, you may notice that when you are able to initiate that intention of that this is longing here, that you are accepting yourself in a deeper way. That you are allowing yourself to feel. If you really allow that, I long. It can be almost like also like a rebel way of being in life because it's like I'm including parts that I had considered not important, not the way to God, not the gift to life. And so here we're opening a way that includes everything exactly as it is and discovering the power that may be there. Allow yourself to make any adjustments that you need for your body as we're going to shift now to the meditation portion. If you need anything, water, anything. Mhm. Very good. I will now read a couple of poems to inspire this ethos, this perfume of longing. So allow yourself to simply let the words bathe you without necessarily needing to understand. This is more about intimacy with who you are. The first poem is a poem from Rainier Maria Rilke called Widening Circles. Widening circles. I live my life in widening circles that reach out across the world. I may not complete this last one, but I give myself to it. I circle around God, around the primordial tower. I've been circling for thousands of years, and I still don't know. Am I a falcon? A storm? Or a great song? And from John O'Donohue, for longing. Blessed be the longing that brought you here and quickens your soul with wonder. May you have the courage to listen to the voice of desire that disturbs you when you have settled for something safe. May you have the wisdom to enter generously into your own unease to discover the new direction your longing wants you to take. May the forms of your belonging in love, creativity, and friendship be equal to the grandeur and the call of your soul. May the one you long for you. May your dreams gradually reveal the destination of your desire. May a secret providence guide your thought and nurture your feeling. May your mind inhabit your life with the sureness with which your body inhabits the world. May your heart never be haunted by ghost structures of old damage. May you come to accept your longing as divine urgency. May you know the urgency with which God longs for you. We gently allow ourselves to relax, to include. We gently allow ourselves to relax, allowing yourself to land, accepting your shape, or the ring of the bell to bring us into union with this moment. Gently allowing for the gravitational pull that holds us on this earth, this beautiful, beautiful earth, as this earth. To remind us how we belong, just as we are. As you land, you may wish to begin by placing your attention on the gentle pauses between your inhale and your exhale. However small these pauses may be, simply spending a few minutes landing the exhale, pause, inhale, noticing the silence that is there. a silence that invites the mind to quiet. The breath and a little pause, and it's okay to do it intentionally if that helps you. Immersing yourself in those pauses. Curious about the texture of those pauses. At any moment, you can return to this practice to help your thoughts be accepted and come to a greater calm. You now include the world of sensations, the sensations in your body just as you are. Allowing the sensations to help anchor you in this beautiful present moment. And then allowing space for your feelings just as you are. We allow for any thoughts, any feelings, any body sensations to rest in the acceptance that they may be just as they are, the most natural, unique way of longing for life, longing for the beloved divine, longing for existence, to be intimate with existence. Internally, you may wish to state like a prayer, "This is how I long for you, life." And to include any feelings, especially any suffering, any stress, any anxiety, anything. I long, and to allow that I long, like a river accepting and drenching any stuckness, anything that is present. be intimate with that life that you are. And you may wish to try syncing the words I with the inhale, long with the exhale, at your own pace, allowing the inclusion of yourself just as you are. I, long, exactly as I am. I, long, intimacy. Surrendering into the intimacy of feeling. Relaxing into the aliveness of you as longing. And if we are taken by thoughts, we may simply include them. I long. Intimacy. No right or wrong way. You exactly as you are. in the intimacy of feeling. You may open to the experience that as you long in your longing, you are being longed for. through my successes, through my failures. I long Gently, we may stay meditating or will begin to come into life, gently feeling the wave of longing that you are exactly as you are. This lens that bestows the right to be a devotional being. And with a few deeper breaths, we include, for through this intimacy, we begin to include the sensations of where we may be sitting or lying. And that this too is how we long. And as we prepare to close the meditation, we will have a moment of prayer to be able to send wishes of peace, of love, allowing yourself to, through the energy you have nurtured here and that we have done so together, we may make an offering to any parts of our life that we may wish to share with. A prayer for peace, for love, for inclusion of life. Your family, your community, the land that houses your community. And a big open hug for our world and any places that may be longing for love. And then gratitude for existence, that which gives us the privilege to live. Gently, with a few deeper breaths, you may wish to include your visual field and open your eyes. And that this too is how you long your natural devotion in this life. Now, for anyone who wishes, either in the Zoom or on YouTube or even here in person, actually. We've got some beloved ones that are here in person. Um, any, the space for any sharing, any reflections, or any questions, I'm here. Um, if anybody wishes to share anything. I can keep track of the chat in the YouTube as well as the Zoom in case there's anything. Just allowing anything that is here. This longing. That is us.
Thank you, Adrián. I
Mm,
have a comment. Um, my mind was very agitated in this meditation, not
mm-hmm,
very like medium. And as with every time my mind is agitated when I meditate, there's frustration that
mm,
comes
mm,
over not wanting my mind to be agitated.
mm,
Um, and with the longing lens, it was really cool because I noticed the agitation and then I noticed the frustration.
mm,
And there was a moment where I asked, oh, what's the longing of the frustration? What's the longing of the agitation?
mm,
And it was kind of this realization of like, oh, the thing I'm frustrated with, the agitation, is actually, it's more of like a symptom of some deeper longing that in this meditation I wasn't able to access because there was just like numbness underneath. But it was just a realization of like, oh, yeah, this was it's like a symptom. It's like, it's the equivalent of like feeling like my anxiety or my depression is the problem without thinking at all about like what's underneath. So yeah, the longing lens is so powerful. So powerful. So thank you.
mm. Wow. Thank you for sharing. Yes, this is, you speak of why, mm, a big part of why I did this and what I've discovered. There's a decriminalizing of the hard parts of life that can happen, and as well as this almost like lubrication that this flow of life, that even in that the anxiety or whatever is there, and suddenly it's like suddenly it can become like a song that I'm singing instead of this like bulk of or weight or something that I'm carrying. Suddenly it's like ah. and the natural including. So beautiful. Thank you for sharing and to sense this. Um, and also here, that somebody shared, I have a sunburn, so I got to experience longing not to be itchy. And so, yes, exactly. And so there can be a sense of longing whenever our body experiences some pain. There can be a longing for the freedom from that. And then also the longing through the pain. Yeah. In that way, through the itch itself. And that's um, part of this power of longing that may help even in the parts that are hard to bring. And yeah, thank you for sharing. Very good. Very, very good. All right. Anything else that would like to be shared or we can close here? Very good, everybody. Well, yeah, I encourage you to play with this sense of what that does to you when you are living in life and you may experience parts that are not as included, and that this may be part of a natural devotion in life. And so, yes, thank you for coming and creating part of this field. Sending a blessing to everybody and also from this field that we've created together um, for a beautiful evening or day, wherever you may be. Um, and until next time. Additionally, actually, there will be a course that I will be guiding online that'll likely start on August 24th. And I will post this information, and it will be once I have it all online on my website and everything. There will be a course on relational healing um, that'll be about this relational field that can create healing and how we can feel that and be that. It's like attunement, deep attunement. And so it's going to be an experience where I will be guiding this course and doing attunement with the participants so that that field can see and learn and experience. And um, there will be at least one, maybe two free intro sessions so people can ask questions and get to know anything. And then about it, that's important. And yes, and so I'll be posting that on all social media and my website. And if you're not on my newsletter, and um, I'm excited to be bringing this. It's like they can be called the heart between us, a relational healing lab, or something like this. Something like this. And so, anyways, until soon, everybody. Lovely, lovely to be here with you. And until next time.
Thank you, Adrián.